On. Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. We got a really special event here today. We've got a whole crew of folks on the Zoom who appear in all sorts of different shows here on Sea of Tranquility. I'm going to announce everybody in a minute, but this is basically going to air on Mondays. All right, so it is now Monday. It's Memorial Day here in the United States. This is going to air in place of the Hudson Valley Squares. It is a holiday, so we're all kind of taking the day off. All right, if you're not in the United States, it is Memorial Day weekend here in the States. So everybody's out barbecuing, hanging by the pool with friends and family, hopefully COVID providing, all that sort of thing. But I thought it'd be a cool idea to get a lot of the contributors of SOT on one Zoom for the first time ever. So we've got folks from all walks of life here on the channel. I'm going to mention everybody. And if you could just raise your hand, we got all sorts of squares on here, and then we're going to go and hear from each one individually for a brief minute. I'm just going to go down my list. Carl Setterholm. There he is. Jim Bocci. There he is. Rand Kelly. Ryan Scow. Ryan Scow and which dog is that again?
That's Muggsy.
Muggsy, that's right. Okay. Bryce Talks Metal.
What's up, everybody?
Butch Jones.
Bourboning.
There you go. Chris Allo. George Lemie.
Hey.
Jack Toledano.
Hey, everybody.
Louis Nasser. Hold on. My list just all of a sudden went all sorts. Jamie Laszlo.
Hey.
I'm going to admit Lynn Versace because she's coming in. Who else? Martin Popoff. Rick Labonte. Chuck Alvarez is coming in too. All right, who else didn't we get here? Craig Seibert. Dan Brown.
Perfect timing. Meds are kicking in. Good.
Sean Tonar. Who else haven't I gotten? Well, they're coming in now, so I'm going to grab them now as soon as they get their cameras going. Lynn.
Hey.
Get that camera going so you can just wave hi to everybody.
I'm gonna just park in a parking spot.
All right, well, we'll get back to you. Chuck Alvarez, what's going on, Chuck?
What's going on? I could barely hear everyone. I thought I had my headphones on. Oh man, I'm having a little audio problems right now.
We hear you fine.
Okay, but I can't hear you guys.
No? All right, Chuck, we'll get back to you.
All right.
We can see and hear you just fine. We just now, Lynn, how's it going, Lynn?
I'm going to stop the video and come right back.
You got it. We'll be here.
Leave it to the girl to mess things up.
She's driving?
You driving? I don't know.
She said she was parking the car, I thought.
Oh,
Well, that'll take 15 minutes.
Is she parallel parking? It might take 30.
there she
No,
is.
no. You guys are fucked up.
Let's see your spot. Let's see how you
You guys
park.
are
Let me
fucked
see.
up. No, it's not me. It's
Let's
Gia.
see your crooked
Yeah,
car.
let's see
No,
your
no.
parking job.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
It's not my parking spot.
I don't give a shit.
My daughter's being a bitch. You see that?
Okay, now she's
See where she got it
Hey,
from.
I'm not leaving here, so you guys go in the store. So I'm running around with 2 kids tonight, so that's why I couldn't jump on from home.
Okay. Well, Lynn, you want to go first since you may have to cut out since you're dealing with your kids and all that? You want to?
Yeah, anybody want 2 teenagers? I'll gladly.
Yeah.
You know what, Butch? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna fucking drop them off at your house.
And they'll come back straight as an arrow when they leave here.
Yeah, well, maybe they'll be bourboning.
Exactly. Yes, mother.
They'll be drinking
Well,
bourbon.
they would definitely learn some good tunes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you know what? My kids like rap. It ain't gonna happen.
They won't when they come back home.
Oh, I'm gonna take you up on that.
Is that even possible to convert at this point?
I don't
Yes.
know. They're almost 18 and 15, so I don't know.
It might be over for them.
Give me 3 hours.
You know what? I'm gonna take Butch up on all of these offers right
3.
now.
That's all I need. 3 hours.
Yeah, because I need a little bit of a break. So if Butch can take them for 3 hours next week, I'm calling him out on it. And good luck.
Calling in the favor.
Just duct tape them to the chair.
Listen,
Van Halen one as loud as possible for 3 hours straight. Done.
That's
my-
badass.
in
I
my
would
I
love
would
world-
be Van Halen too for him.
In my world, it's 1979. So remember how things were back then. They'll come back
Yeah.
completely different.
Awesome. I'll give you my dad's old belt. That he used to
Exactly.
use.
Now you're talking.
I'm afraid to use it, but I'll give it to you.
They're not my kids.
All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to kind of, whoa, we got the dogs going. There we go. I'm going to work my way from the bottom all the way up based on how I'm seeing them. So we're going to have everybody, you got like a minute, so just say a little something to the viewers. Again, this is kind of like viewer appreciation night. So we're going to go Lynn, Martin, Jack, Bryce, Rand, Butch, and if you forget this, I'll remind you as we go. Chris, Craig, Jamie, Rick, Dan, Ryan, Sean, George, Jim, Lewis, Carl, and then myself. And I'm sure we'll have other folks joining after that because I'm expecting Chris Caffrey late as always. So,
Wow.
so all right, Lynn, so say a little something to our viewers. And like I said, feel free to plug
A little something. I hope everybody has an awesome fucking Memorial Day. Keep the tunes cranked. Keep on some good music, not the shit my kids listen to. Have a really good time. Follow me on Vicious Moments or Vicious_Moments on Instagram. And we'll see y'all next week, right? Next Monday. I guess we're coming back.
Yep.
So we'll see y'all next Monday. So hope you guys have an awesome Memorial Day weekend. Again, Vicious Moments. And yeah, I got appointed to the planning board in my town. So I may miss a couple of Mondays, but I will be there as much as I can.
Sounds good. Sounds
So
good.
peace out, everybody.
Chuck, you made it.
Okay. Oh man, something with the headphones. I had to change them.
Well, Chuck,
everyone.
you're up now, Chuck. So you got a minute. So plug whatever
man.
you want. Say hi to the viewers. Whatever.
Oh man. Well, I have to say hello to everyone over here. Thanks again for being part of this great show over here. I didn't bring any beer. Sorry, guys and gals. But just wanted to drop by, say hello to everyone. Let's just send my regards. Hopefully everyone's get ready to enjoy this beautiful weekend coming up. I know over here in New York City, it's supposed to rain like hell, but I'm still going to go out there and enjoy it, man. Mm-hmm.
Chuck, why don't you plug the show we got coming up on Tuesday night?
Tuesday night, man. We're going to have ourselves a grand old time. Best, opening album, the best beginning albums, and I got debut albums. I already have about 14. It went from 12 to 14. Oh man. But it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun. It's been a long time since I've been on, kind of missing this place already.
There you go. In the Prog seat, Tuesday night. Stay tuned for that. Mr. Popoff.
Yes. Thanks for having me, and happy Memorial Day, everybody. I had to actually look up how it worked because in Canada here, we have Victoria Day, otherwise known as May 2-4 weekend. And people say 2-4, 24 pack of beer, but it's the same kind of thing. Although I guess Memorial Day has a bit of a military remembrance part to it, right? And we have you have Remembrance Day, or no, you have Veterans Day, and we have Remembrance Day as well. And you have Armed Forces Day. I learned all this today after sort of checking all this out. But yeah, I mean, this is the same kind of weekend, and the same thing in Canada. It's considered the start of summer, right? Kind of thing, the weekend to kick it all off. So yeah, thanks again for having me as part of this whole team. It's a lot of fun. And we have a show tomorrow that we're gonna do, right? We're gonna knock off 2 shows. I'm not sure how you're gonna show it, right? But we're gonna be doing best band logos and logos that kind of don't work so well, right? So we've got that going on, and yeah. Other than that, it's in any of your book needs, whatever's in print, I've got at martinpopoff.com, and there's PayPal buttons there for everything, for every sort of territory and all that. But got that. Got the Contrarians video show with my buddy Marco, and I've got my podcast that I just did the 100th episode of History in 5 Songs with Martin Popoff. So again, thanks for having me, and happy Memorial Day, everybody.
100 episodes. All right.
100.
That's great. Butch Jones.
Ooh, hello.
Yeah.
So for me, happy bourboning. Guys, I appreciate you coming to find me on Facebook with the Butcher Shop. There's the regular page, and then there's the group where everyone can jump in and post really stupid stuff that people tend to do. But with that, I have official Butcher Shop shirts coming. I'm finishing the logo, finalizing that. And then there's also, which actually I'm actually more excited about, there's going to be a bourboning logo t-shirt along the lines of a Thin Lizzy logo. I actually asked Jim Fitzpatrick if he would do it, but who did the Lizzy logo, but he was a little too busy. So, but it should be really cool. And also for my bourbon fans, it looks like there might be a, well, there probably will be a Butcher Shop barrel bourbon coming that will be able to sell a bunch of bottles off of a barrel. So that's fun too. So all things bourbon. Please do not find me on Facebook and mention anything about the Edmonton Oilers. We're not talking about that until September. So don't mention anything about it. I'm still pissed off. So yeah, I know this is gonna make people say stuff, but I'm not gonna look. So you can write everything you want to look, but I'm not gonna look in the comments anyway. So screw you.
Oh, the fans are horrible. The fans are horrible, man.
Oh, they're terrible.
They're terrible.
McJesus
And
still
don't mention the
rules.
Penguins. No Penguin
Oh,
talk.
well, your Penguins are out too, so it doesn't make a difference if they're out in 4 or out in 6 or 7. Out is out. But again, not touching that. But happy Memorial Day to everybody. I hope you guys are having some bourbon. I know here in New York the weather's gonna suck. So
yeah.
Either way, bourbon's always good no matter what the weather is. So cheers. Or as I always say on Facebook, chin chin.
Chin chin. Chin chin.
Rand Kelly.
Hello, everybody. Really like to say hi to all you guys. I watch Hudson Valley Squares every Monday night. I love watching you guys. You're very entertaining. And I learn a lot that I didn't know before. Some things I wasn't expecting, but that's okay. I'd like to thank you all to the Prog Seat fans.
John Sykes.
Shows.
Nice.
I'd like to thank John Sykes for being so seriously
Elusive.
missing in action.
He will be back.
You know what?
Fuck you all.
I think he's a guilty. I think he's a victim of blue murder. Actually, we'll never see him again. And
I hear Ryan
anyways,
laugh out of everything.
that was pretty corny. Yeah, but no, I love John Sykes. Yeah, I love Blue Murder. I did hear the second album, but the first one really yeah, thanks so much for watching in the Prog Seat. I think there's 3 teams now, A, B, and C. I'm in B. We'd love to have you, everybody. I watch every one of them. So, you know, we're all together. It's one big happy family as far as I'm concerned, even with the Hudson Valley Squares and everything Pete does. I'm just amazed at all the things Pete does. 19 clones he's not telling us about, and he's doing everything.
He never sleeps.
Sitting around his pool
More of me.
watching his clones do multiplicity. You should see that movie. But yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm blessed to be here. I know it's hard to get on, so I'm really glad.
Awesome. Mr. Bryce.
What's up, everybody? Happy to be here. Happy Memorial Day weekend to everybody. And I'm pretty new. I've only been on one video here on Sea of Tranquility. I really appreciate Pete for having me. I appreciate all the positive feedback from the fans watching. I'm happy to kind of introduce people to some of the lesser known bands like Target, Hell Ripper, some of the ones I mentioned in that video. And I've got another video coming up with Pete and Rich Catino. We're going to do Merciful Fate albums ranked. I've got my own channel too. If anybody wants to go check that out, Bryce Talks Metal, do pretty much the same type of stuff, top 10s, album rankings, all that cool stuff. And if anybody was listening over the weekend, I did appear on Sirius XM Hair Nation. They asked me to come on and like introduce some songs. So that was cool. And yeah, just thanks everybody. Happy Memorial Day and looking forward to doing more stuff.
Hey, Bryce, you got a Van Halen 2 album cover right there. You're good. And Peace of Mind too, now that you moved.
See this one?
And
Born again.
Yes, Johnny Fox.
But wait a minute. Why isn't it on the wall?
He was
You
listening
can
to it.
easily put that and take down Born Again and put that up right there.
Whoa, no.
I don't know. Maybe I'll put it up.
Shots fired. Let's put that out.
Jack Toledano from Long Island. What's up, Jack?
I like the way you say that, Long Island.
Long Island. And we won 2 games today. Doubleheader sweep.
Yes, we did. Yes.
They are on my list. So I was writing as everybody was talking. So first of all, and I'm going to go through this really quick. First person I want to thank is Pete for having me on your show for the last year. You're helping me live a dream, man. So thank you for that. I want to thank the viewers because they're also helping me live a dream. The compliments, I love them. Thank you so much. Bottom of my heart. I'd like to thank the veterans who made the ultimate sacrifice and their families. Want to wish my daughter Samantha a happy birthday. Her birthday falls on Memorial Day this year. Go Mets. Go
Mets.
So plugging, one thing that I'm plugging is Pete and I have a Metal Church ranking the albums coming up sometime in June. You may not see me as much in the summer because I got a lot of work to do. My wife and I bought a second home upstate, so that's going to be an adventure in itself. And
Good luck.
God bless the US of A. If I could show everybody this, there you go.
Awesome. Thanks, Jack.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right, we got another Canadian in the house, Mr. Rick Labonte. What's going on?
Canada.
Hey guys, and is Lynn still on? I'm not sure, but anyway, hi everybody. I just want to say thanks first and foremost to Pete for sharing his knowledge, his album collection. Drained my bank account, but hey, look, I got on the channel from it, and no, it's all good. It's been great networking. I want to salute to everybody from all the programs, and especially to my Prog brothers, A, B, and C. And I want to say thank you guys for sharing your love, and you were very supportive. And we all, everybody's been kind of like helping each other out or turning each other on with different music that never been exposed to, and that's been great. I want to say again, Butch and Chris, you guys chat with me quite a bit, Jamie and quite a few, everybody actually, in one way or another, and I'm grateful for that. I mean, I got on the channel to learn about new music. I didn't know we could gain this many friends too, so that was awesome. So it's a win-win situation, and I just want to say, everybody, enjoy your day off. Enjoy it because, it doesn't come that often. And if you can do it with the music and family and friends, that's the best way to celebrate. I mean, that's what the brothers and sisters fought the war for. We're an ally in Canada. We know we did a lot of the wars together because we ought to preserve democracy and freedom. And then think about it. What is rock and roll if freedom wasn't allowed, right? And I always want to salute the Americans because you guys invented rock and roll. And I'm a big fan of blues, jazz, fusion, and all of that comes down from your country. And I'm so totally thankful. And for those out there, you haven't been to Memphis, go to Memphis. If you haven't been to LA, you got to go to LA. You got to go to New York. You got to go all these key spots where all the music was created. And I had a chance to do that. So I always been felt really welcome when I go to your country. And being in the border town, I live in Windsor. Detroit is my neighbor, so we go a lot to see a lot of the shows there. And so I just want to say thank you guys for sharing your love and respect for music. And thanks again, Pete, for making it all possible.
Well said, Rick.
Oh, and if I can, please support this guy. He puts a lot of time. Grab a hoodie, grab a t-shirt. It's a little bit that goes a long way because the guy goes the extra mile all the time.
Thank you. Thank you. Jamie Laszlo.
Hey, what's up? What a nice little community we built here, huh?
That's what it is, man.
When Rick was talking, I just wanted to go, can you feel the love?
Yes.
When Rick was still talking, I just want to say thank you for Wayne Gretzky.
I'm not responsible, but hey, I'm glad he's one of us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'd like to thank all the Canadians for Canadian bacon. So I'm just going to put that out there right now.
Canadian beer.
Just round ham. It's just round ham.
But it's delicious.
But it's so good. It's so salty and so good.
And poutine.
Anyways, can I
And
go? It's my
poutine.
turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jesus H. Christ. I want to thank the viewers, but since I am a viewer still, I guess I'm thanking myself. And I want to say this will be on Monday night. So I guess I should say I hope everyone had a good Memorial Day. I hope you're not too sunstroked or drunk or anything. And I want to thank Pete for having me on. A schmuck like me in Ohio he took a chance and threw me on one day. And that was pretty nice of you. And the only problem is now you're going to have a bunch of people contacting you tomorrow, 50 more people going, hey, I'm a schmuck from Indiana. Why can't I be on?
More than that.
So, you just tell them that this show has a one schmuck quota, and I have the spot.
Pete
I'll
just sent in the
represent all
PayPal
the
link.
schmucks worldwide. I'll put that right on my schmucky shoulders. God damn it. So yeah, thanks, and give the guy some money on Ko-Fi. A couple bucks, Jesus Christ, won't kill you.
Exactly.
Thank you, Jamie. Jamie, you're right. You're all right in my book, but you know what? You need more LPs on your ceiling. Just ask Dan Brown about that. He knows how to stack them on there. Right?
I thought you were gonna say I got to drink fancy beers.
Well, that too. All right, we won't even go there.
When you drink the fancy beers, then you put the records up. That's how it works.
Oh, and then we got an Alfred Hitchcock show coming up sometime next month. So I think Dan Brown, you're gonna be part of that.
Yep.
Yeah. So keep your eyes
We're
peeled.
psyched.
Yep.
There you go, Mr. Craig Seibert.
Wow, you said I was after Christopher. Now I'm like lost. Hold on.
I think I went the wrong. I snaked around a different way. So
Okay, sure. Happy Memorial Day to everyone.
Happy Memorial Day.
Yeah, it's really nice to be in with this group. I feel kind of small being in with this group. It's really a great bunch of people. I watch all the shows. I watch, everybody rotate in and out, and it's fun to actually be on them as well. And I appreciate you, Pete, letting me come in and do that because, when I started my music and podcast, we had shared back and forth. You came on mine, I came on yours, and it was really great to have just music conversations and enjoy that kind of stuff and do some fun topic episodes and stuff. But I do love listening to people on Sea of Tranquility. It's not always my cup of tea, but I learn a lot out of it. I learn a lot every time I hear something. But yeah, just everybody have a good Memorial Day. Enjoy it. And thanks for having me on, Pete. I appreciate it.
thanks, Craig. Pleasure having you on as always. Now, Mr. Chris Allo.
Cool. Thanks, Pete. First off, thanks for having me on. The past year, it's been pretty crazy. It's been a lot of fun. Since the magazines I wrote for all closed up, it's been a great avenue to talk music. Of course, everybody have a happy Memorial Day, and it's awesome to be here with this unbelievable crew of folks. I mean, I've seen quite a few of the Prog episodes, and every time I'm like, holy Jesus, these guys like really know their stuff. Like these guys are like 10 times better than me. Like they can describe like arpeggios, whatever that is, and all sorts of like real musical shit, and I don't know anything about. I'm just a fat guy that likes, a Black Sabbath as much as I like cheeseburgers. So it's been great to be on the show, and I hope everybody has an awesome Memorial Day weekend if you're in the States, and if not, then happy Victoria Day or Boxing Day or whatever weird holiday you're celebrating next or whatever part of the world you're on. Upcoming shows with Pete, there's like Through the Decades, we're doing a bunch of those. What else, Pete? The Monsters Den. We're going to talk about some shitty movies we watched and probably something else I forgot. So that's it. But as always, thanks for watching, and that's it. You rule, Pete. Thanks.
Thanks, Chris. Do I give you too much homework to do?
Listen, when I clicked in at 7:00, I was like, Jesus, which episode is this again? Like, is the Black Sabbath ones? Do I have to grab the movies? But no, it's good. It's good. It's something to do.
There you go. All right. Oh boy, all my squares changed. Now where did I leave off? I don't. George, you're next, I guess, because you're the next person I see. So.
Sure, why not? I just want to thank all the fans of the channel, all the participants of the channel also, because kept me entertained and kept me informed over the last couple of years and over the last 6 months of being actually on the channel. And as far as promotion goes, we're doing a favorite albums of Billy Cobham in June, and the 18 Prog seat will be on the 1st, 15th, and 29th. So everyone tune into that. And I want to obviously thank Pete for being the ringleader of all this stuff. That's I'm sure we can all appreciate the fact that he's brought everyone together like this. So thanks, Pete.
You got it. before I forget, because I guess he couldn't make it tonight, I want everybody here from the In the Prog Seat shows, on the count of 3, we're all going to name Anthony's favorite guy. 1, 2, 3.
Eddie
Johnson. John Connie.
Time to take a drink, guys.
Gotta keep it traditional.
So Butch, I just want Butch to know this. So Butch, on the In the Prog Seat shows, Eddie Jobson gets mentioned just as much as John Sykes does.
And you guys, if you guys don't know me, UK is pretty much my favorite prog band. Rush doesn't really fit in that because they're Rush. So I love UK. So that's really, really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Holsworth, baby.
Yeah. Honestly though, you know what? I'm a guitar player, as see in the back here. I love Holsworth. I like UK better without him.
Well, I love that album as well. The second album, Deja Money, is my favorite of the two as well.
Yeah, they're like a tie, man. You got to have them both.
They're great, absolutely. They're absolutely great, and and as I'm sorry, Pete, but as a kid, when I was like 12 years old, I think I got Jean-Luc Ponty's Cosmic Messenger at 12, which no one can understand. But and then to find out as I got older and found out about Holsworth, to find out that Holsworth was on the record before that, it's just like, wow. It's like all this stuff just connects as you just move on. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Greatest drum solo I ever saw was Terry Bozzio with UK about 2005 here in Toronto, one of those reunion things. And second best one would have been Eric Slick with Adrian Ballou right around that time. Just a wonder kid. Eric and Julie, his sister, unbelievable.
Wow.
But yeah, that Terry's drum solo, the drums were he was surrounded by drums. It was so cool. Big set, a lot of weird sounds. Yeah, that best solo I ever saw.
That's got to be the most coveted tech job in rock and roll, is to be Terry Bozzio's tech, because you have to get paid a lot of money. That if you just get paid by the drum and by the cymbal, you're rich.
Rand, do you have Rand? I think Rand wants to say something.
I just want to say, Butch, you like to rub it in on some of the people on Hudson Valley Squares. I saw that UK with Holdsworth open for Al Di Meola in Sacramento in 1978.
But Rand,
45 minutes of pure bliss. And Holdsworth looked miserable through the whole thing. He's like, how do I get off this stage? He was so good.
He never looked happy.
He plays better when he's miserable. Have
Exactly.
The talent comes from him being unhappy.
That's awesome, Rand, because that's exactly what it to me is all about. Is when as you get older and you experience things, you get to rub it into people that are younger than you that didn't experience what you've experienced, because people rubbed it into you as you were growing up. So that to me is what it's all about. I've been so fortunate to go to concerts starting when I was 10 years old, but as much as the stuff that I've seen since I was 10, there are still people that I meet that, oh yeah, I saw Van Halen on Van Halen 2 in New York City at the Palladium. You're like, go fuck yourself.
I tried. It was sold out. I remember I wanted to go. It was sold out. I was like, I heard about it like that week. And they're like, they're playing this Friday at the Palladium. And, and I couldn't get tickets. It was sold out. I saw them open up for Sabbath though the year before that.
Fuck you. See, that's what I'm talking about. Jesus. Oh.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Understand this. He's talking about that he's upset that he didn't get a chance to see them on Van Halen 2, but he saw them open for Sabbath in 78. This is why I rub it into people, with a smile on my face that people out there in internet land sometimes don't get. I always have a smirk on my face when I'm jabbing somebody, because it's all about fun. But god damn it, if I could have seen Van Halen, god damn, if I could have seen Edward,
it was insane. It was insane.
See what you did, Jim? Look at that. Jim just threw the bomb in this entire Zoom.
I love being told fuck you by Butch. It's like,
This is the most sincere that I could possibly be. The hands flailing. You just interrupted my entire existence. There's about 5 or 6 people that I've met that I saw Van Halen in 78. And it's just like, I didn't even know Van Halen in 78. I found out about Van Halen in May of 79. So to go backwards a little bit, and I was just to get older and understand the magnitude of that. I mean, and not to even mention Martin. Martin's here with his goddamn fucking books. God damn it! It makes me so happy to talk about this stuff, but it makes me so mad.
Butch, let me ask you this. Was the first time you heard Van Halen like the first time you bought a record, or you heard him on the radio first?
You know, me and Pete just kind of talked about this last week. I'm fairly certain that I had heard them on the radio, but it probably would have been "You Really Got Me," but it didn't make I mean, I liked it, but it didn't make an impression. So in May of 79, my mom took me to New York City for my birthday, and we went to this department store, and she bought me Van Halen 2 and UFO Strangers of the Night. That's a whole nother conversation. But I came home not really, I didn't know who Eddie was. I didn't know Edward, as I call him because of that era. I didn't know him yet. So I came home and was this blank canvas. And I put that Van Halen 2 album on, which is why I said something to you, Bryce, because that album to this day is my favorite album of all time. I put that album on and I was just like, I don't understand what I'm hearing. This doesn't compute. And I was like, I was 12 years old. I was already playing guitar a little bit, but it didn't compute. And that completely blew my head apart. So if I had heard something before that, it didn't register. But when I listened to that in its entirety, there's AD and BC.
Yeah, I had that same experience, but with Van Halen 1, I never heard them. I never heard them on the radio. I just heard that they opened it for Sabbath. So I saw it written on a desk at junior high school, and I just thought, Van Halen, Van Morrison, that's such a lame name. That can't be cool. Van Morrison, right? So when I bought the ticket for Sabbath, it said Van Halen. I said, well, I gotta go see what that's about. And I brought home Van Halen 1. And the first time I ever heard Van Halen was Dropping the Needle on Running with the Devil. And I was like, wow. And that was my first time hearing Van Halen ever. And they didn't play them on the radio yet. So yeah,
my
that was
mom
an
bought Van
experience.
Halen 1 for me when I was 8 because the guy at the record store said, "Oh, he likes Kiss. This is a new band. Bring this home to him." And I put it on. And as an 8-year-old, I thought it was too heavy. I didn't like it. I gave it to my cousin.
My brother thought stuff like that was too heavy.
Chris Caffrey in the house, Scott Berry in the
Oh
house.
no.
Howdy.
Oh no.
Absolutely no idea what I'm late for, but I know I'm late. So that's all I
Well, that wouldn't be Chris Caffrey if you weren't late.
Exactly. That's my MO. I'm always fashionably late to all these internet things because I got too much shit to do.
And by the way, Mr. Caffrey, I'm fully vaccinated, so I'm ready to come to the Silver Dollar and hang out with Mom.
All right, I'm here, man. I haven't gone anywhere in a year and a half.
I'm not going to hold this.
I've been
Let's
here
have Sean go next because Sean's got a birthday party thing he's got to go to.
Sorry, yes, Brother Sean.
I'm 37 again.
Oh man.
It's like Groundhog Day, man. Just music keeps you young. That's the root of it all. So Pete, I can't thank you enough, brother, for having me be part of all this. God, gosh, thinking back 20 years when I first met you, you're writing reviews and I'm arguing with trolls about, stuff on progressive ears. And here we are all these years later, actually talking about stuff for real rather than just typing it. And it's great. We got some shows coming up. We filmed a couple yesterday. We did a Steely Dan one. So if you like Steely Dan, we talked about all
Liked it. I just watched it this morning. It was great.
I won't give away number one, but we both love the same one. It's kind of hard to deny it. And
I wonder which one that is.
And tomorrow we're doing one about ELO.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was like probably the first. That was my Prog gateway drug band, I guess. It's like, look what it led to. And other than that, in 2 weeks in the Prog seat, we're looking at Bill Bruford talking about all the different performances that we love him that he did over the years. So that's gonna be great. And I got a show too. It's on YouTube. It's /Soul SOAL Night Live. It stands for Story of a Life because each one of them is kind of a biographical chat. I had a great chat with Phil Manzanero from Roxy
Oh, it was
Music
awesome.
yesterday.
Loved it.
Man, he's so cool, man. I just,
Oh, he really is,
you know,
man.
some days I just walked around the rest of the day going, I can't believe I spent 2 hours talking to that guy, you know?
He's such a cool guy, man. Such a great guitarist that no one knows about.
And that red Firebird right there on the stand behind him, the same one he's had since the second album.
Yep.
I just, so, and coming up, I'm chatting with Derek Schulman from Gentle Giant here in about 2 weekends. You know, Stephen Wilson remixed Freehand, and he's going to come on and talk about that. And his son Noah is a, I don't know what, a digital designer or something, I don't know, but he created an excellent video for the song Just the Same. That's a really interesting animated thing. It almost looks like Monty Python when they used to do those cartoons where it almost looks like paper cutouts kind of around, almost like South Park, but a little fancier quality. And that's going to be a pretty cool show too. Stay tuned. And Pete, thanks for giving me a boost on here. You know, my show passed 1,000 subscribers yesterday, a day after my birthday, and it was like,
nice, yes,
yeah, you know. So thank you so much, and we've gotten another 50 in the last 24 hours. So thank you all. You rock.
Awesome.
Nice. Absolutely.
Very cool.
And yeah,
Awesome.
and
Good stuff.
props to y'all. I mean, I love, you know, I'm an old metalhead. I got to sit in with you guys sometime. You know, I mean, shoot, some of the shows I saw in the 80s, it ain't funny. You know, I heard Maiden 1985, front row.
Nice.
Pretty good show. Pretty good show.
Pretty good.
Awesome.
Yeah. So thank y'all. I got to run. I'm gonna go eat some pizza and play my guitar.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, man.
Y'all
Take care,
take care.
man. Hi, Sean.
Have a great Memorial Day and stay safe and rock out. Crank up some tunes.
Delete all the yestras from PE. Just give yourself a flavor.
Yes. Are they good?
I don't know.
Think I'd like them? We'll have to see. I hear they're pretty good. Yeah. Anyway, bless y'all. Take care.
All right, man. Take care, man.
Take care, buddy.
Have a good one.
Peace.
Ryan Scow, since you kind of moved around in this configuration, I know you were next, so you're down at the bottom now. What's happening?
Me the dog, yeah. So man,
all right,
dog's asleep.
Prog doggy.
Yeah, she got knocked out. She had enough of running around the house. But yeah, I think I was trying to think how long I've known you, Pete. I think it's probably come up about 20 years now. I know we've been going to concerts in Poughkeepsie, down in New York City for a long time. Always digging up old archive photos and stuff. But I'm real thankful you have me on the show. I have a great time every Monday night, you know, just chatting about music and stuff, shooting the shit, you know, throwing barbs back and forth at each other. I show these various things. I don't always comment on stuff, but I watch a lot of them. And man, these shows cost me a lot of money because I'm watching them like, man, that band sounds cool. Put on my headphones, go on YouTube, check out a couple songs. Yeah, I want to buy that album. Next time, check out a couple songs, just the songs on our own show. A lot of the prog bands, you know, that cost me quite a bit of money over the last year, and there's nowhere to go or do anything. So
I apologize to everybody.
I can relate.
Yeah, can you reimburse me that $40 I spent on my sugar today?
You're like, oh, what?
I like that one.
Half.
I know we got a show coming up pretty soon. We're doing a albums or a show on a Motorhead coming up in the next probably a week or 2 weeks. And
wait,
you know,
Ryan's involved in a Motorhead show?
I know, it's shocking. I know, a little weird. And you know, it's cool. I know he could make it tonight, but the other day Steve Keeler texted me. He's like, you know, Blue Oyster Cult's playing like a concert. So I'm seeing them this Saturday in Scranton, Pennsylvania. It's Circle Driving out in Scranton, PA. So
very cool.
Well, I saw Blue Oyster Cult last July. He drove way the fuck up to New Hampshire. So this will be my first concert since then. So, Jesus, yeah, quite a while. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to you know, doing more shows. You know, have a great
July
time.
2020, you saw a concert?
Yeah, we drove up to New Hampshire to see them. They played in a in like a fairground. So you get your car, you have a car, a little spot for your chairs, you know, so everybody was kind of far apart. But they kicked ass, you know, they played like an hour and a half, a lot of some stuff from the new album. It was a great show. So I expect it'll be kind of a similar setup this Saturday out in Scranton. But you know what? I'm sure we all are so hard up for shows that I'll see anything. To see those guys, one of my favorite bands. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to doing more shows. Have a great time on this doing these videos with Pete, you know, a lot of you guys. They're a lot of fun. I look forward to it every week, the different topics. You know, it gets a little heated on Monday night. A lot of love flying back.
Just a little sometimes, right?
It's all good fun though. You know, I know some comments.
That's what's great about it.
You guys are kind of mean to each other. You know, it's just kind of, you know, I mean, it's kind of.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's not me.
It's all in good fun, and you know, we've all of us have known each other a long time. You know, I've known Steve, Nick, Butch, Chris, known a lot of you guys for many years. So it's just like, you know, a bunch of friends sitting around a fire, you know, drinking beers, you know, bullshitting about Black Sabbath and like Slayer or whatever. So
well, we can tell, buddy. We can tell. Believe it or not, we know there's history between you guys. Maybe not the newcomers who might not catch it right away, but anybody that follows your show, you guys know that you guys are tight.
You see us smiling when we're giving each other shit. I mean, like, come on.
It's all
just
fun.
like family.
Like Nick will come on with a shirt, and I love when because Nick doesn't come on all the time now. So it's awesome when he comes on, and I'm looking into the camera like, what does your shirt say? It's like, I love it.
Oh yeah.
I think he wished he had to work tonight. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it. But yeah, and you know, that's everybody have a good, happy Memorial Day weekend. You know, I got a 4-day weekend coming up. Awesome. So I'm looking forward to a couple days off, and yeah, everybody have a great time. Have a good time with your friends, family, whoever you're spending it with. And
cool.
Make it safe, man. Make it safe.
Nick,
Ryan,
you're in spirit.
I'm sorry, Pete.
Oh, well, hold on a second. From New Jersey is coming in as we speak. Another member of the Hudson Valley Squares and the Monsters Den and ranking the albums, Mr. Rich Catino.
Like he's late, so now he gets to wait.
Late, so he doesn't get to go next. So.
No, he couldn't be on time. He wait.
Better late than never, right?
Wait, can you see me now?
Yes.
Whatever.
All right, little technical difficulties. Hi guys.
Dan Brown, while we're waiting for
how you doing?
Thanks for
He's later than me. That's
for
your record.
What's that?
You're later than me. I was here like 5 minutes ago, so you're later than me.
That's a record.
It is a record.
Well, thanks.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
Thanks, guys, and thanks, Pete, for including me, and everybody for letting me share my opinion and reviews and things like that. So it's cool.
But I don't value your opinion, though. That's the problem.
You don't.
My opinion, my knowledge. How about my knowledge? Is that good sometimes?
Sometimes.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
you know a lot about crappy bands.
Ooh, there we go.
I didn't say it. It wasn't me.
Rough crowd. Rough crowd. I'm wearing, or maybe the one on the wall.
What's on your wall?
Stradivarius.
I
like him. I like him. I'm right there with you. I like that Gravedigger shirt too.
I just want to say to Ryan.
What's
I want
that?
to say to Ryan. Ryan, make sure you give me a Buck Dharma review after the show.
Absolutely. I could do that. I can certainly do that.
I love me some Buck.
All right, Dan Brown, you're next.
First, I'll say thanks to Peter for letting me come on Monsters Den. Occasionally, I bring some music stuff in now and then, but when I'm around all you guys, I feel extremely inadequate. So I stay in the Monsters Den with the knowledge I know. But then again, Peter hired me because after seeing all the people he had, I said, you don't have any really old people on the show. And he goes,
Wow.
yeah. And I said, there's a thing out there. There's a thing out there called age discrimination. Just thought I'd run that by you. So here I am. And it works well. We're on Zoom because we have a restraining order against each other, so it's good. We get to talk to each other. Right, I think that's all the Monsters Den. Secondly, I'm glad that Rich showed up because remember on Monsters Den, like Rich is not there. There's at least one or two comments to be like, "What happened to Rich?" is Rich okay? And, somewhere along the line, no, he's fine. He took the night off. But anyhow, I just want to say thank you. I've learned a lot watching a lot of the shows. He's given me something to expound upon or talk about what I know as opposed to myself. It's been a lot of fun. I want to thank the people that tune in and leave the comments that boost my ego and about things that I say or things that I don't say. But most of my time is spent, I really wouldn't have time to have my own show because I own a restaurant down in Newburgh, New York, and that's where Peter and I met.
Which is called?
The Warehouse. There you go.
Oh, you're the warehouse guy.
Chris
huh?
has been there.
Awesome.
I haven't been there in a while. I have to get there. I love your Taco Tuesdays. I love your food. The place is awesome.
You used to come with that Jimmy Stir.
Yeah. I brought Jimmy Stir out there.
Jimmy Stir. As a matter of fact, last year we're putting it back on the menu. We actually made a Jimmy Sturger, which is a hamburger. Because all my burgers are just like 3 a.m. I'm stoned. I have to eat. But it's a burger with a pierogi, I think, and fried onions on it.
Oh, how
So-
is that? That sounds.
I'll be right
Sounds
there.
pretty good.
There you go. I'll be right there. Calling an order.
That actually sounds good.
But and you rumored you actually sat there and said, Jimmy and I should come down here. We should do an evening of punk and polka. So
Jimmy has a vodka out now. He has Jimmy Stir vodka.
there you
Is
go.
it really?
Yeah. Next Saturday, somewhere in Florida, New York, I'm going in the afternoon to some vodka tasting of the Jimmy Stir vodka. And I don't even drink anymore, but I'm going.
Hit me up. I'll drink for you.
It's
Give me a
next Saturday
designated drink.
afternoon, somewhere in Florida, New York. I'm sure you can get tons of free Jimmy Stir vodka.
I like
Let's
the
give
way
you your
that
designated drinker.
Exactly.
There you go.
But anyhow, no, my warehouse. I mean, I feel blessed. I have to thank everybody. Maybe some people from the show. I know that Peter's been to the restaurant. Chris Butch has been by. Chris, as you said a few years ago, and so forth. It's been a while, but nonetheless, during this whole COVID thing, restaurants took a really bad beating, and we managed to stay open everything but 1.5 months, and managed to keep the lights on. Things are coming back. I'll be bringing live music back, and would love to have all you come here. And people who are on the watch the show, come by. My place is steeped with music, records on the wall.
I love it.
Stole it from me.
Rare albums, posters. Even my bathroom is. When I go to the restrooms, I say, look for the sign that says Zappa Crappa. And we have a toilet seat there with Frank Zappa's picture in the middle of it, and we have black light posters in there. So everything is based around rock and roll or pop culture or horror or whatever. It's
a fun place.
It's a fun hard rock cafe with much better food.
Yes.
And
For sure.
but anyhow, so it's been great meeting everybody here. And please feel free. I'm very uneducated in metal. I mean, I know some metal. The metal that I know is embarrassing, but that's okay. I deal with it, But nonetheless, you could always send me suggestions to my email, which is warehouse.119@gmail.com.
Oh, boy.
I know.
Uh-oh.
There you go. Oh,
You
yeah.
really want to do
I
that?
know. As long as you don't send me a picture of Eddie Van Halen every day,
Inbox will
which I'll
be
be fine,
inundated
okay?
tomorrow morning.
Hey.
There we go. Oh wait, blink.
Send those David Ellison pics to warehouse119@gmail.com.
Oh, God, nothing worse than being on a Zoom meeting with 20 people that have nothing better to do with their time than to send me emails.
I'm sending
But
one right
anyhow,
now.
there it goes. Okay. So anyhow, but it's a pleasure. I want to say thank you to everybody. Thanks to Pete. Nice meeting a lot of you. Some I know. It's great meeting you. Hopefully, he could bring me onto one of the music shows with metal, so I could be like the redheaded stepchild in the corner, and everyone can abuse the shit out of me. So it's all good. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Dan put more Thin Lizzy up in the warehouse, and I'll be there to visit very
Hey,
shortly.
I have the first American pressing there, dude. Okay?
I love that.
So there you go. And I even brought in, when you were talking, just like pry you over here. I think I may put it on a fishing pole and have you follow it. I brought in that bourbon that has the Eddie Van Halen. What was it?
Oh, you got it,
Bourbon.
Taconic.
Yes, but it didn't have the Eddie Van Halen label on it. So I'm just gonna paint it red and put some electrical tape on it. We can make the.
I can fix that for you. I will fix that for you. I will come over and I will fix that for you 100%.
Customize it. There you go.
Yes, 100%.
All right.
Done.
Okay.
Jason Morris in the house too. What's going on, Jason?
Hi guys, thanks for having me.
What's up, Jason?
That's not what it says. It says Terry Takamori.
That's
Yeah, I know. I was like,
That's my wife.
Catch you guys later.
Is that Rich? You leaving?
Yeah, I'll catch you later. I gotta
All right,
jump
Rich.
off.
Thanks for coming in.
All right,
Oh, you see?
stay shorter than I do.
You want to be
I come on and Rich leaves.
Just a cameo.
Hey, he's pulling a Catino. What do you want? He lives by his own rules.
Drive by.
Gotta be an
Bye.
unbilled appearance then.
All right, I lost track of the order here. Lewis is next. Lewis Nasser, I guess, is next. I lost track of them.
Well, I want to say, I mean, Alo said that he's just a guy who likes Black Sabbath as much as cheeseburgers. I'm a Mexican who likes King Crimson as much as tacos. And I suspect that I found my way into this country in no small degree thanks to Chuck and, of course, Mr. Eddie Jobson's mascot himself, Anthony. I discovered that Pete's a great dude, and I've been watching these shows all through the pandemic, so it's been great. I don't lament spending the money because everything I've bought has been great, you know. And yeah, so for me, you know, I'm just a bass player. I play with Sona Sombra. We just released an album which is out on Bandcamp, Sonus Umbra at Bandcamp, and I'm currently in the middle of doing. And nobody does solo albums because there's no such thing as a solo album because I'm not doing everything on it. But it's not a Sonus, but I'm in the middle of recording it, so that's what I'll be doing over the weekend. So by the time that people watch this, everybody will hopefully be recovered or in the process of doing things that I hope will things that I would not survive. So thank you for everything. I love being a part of this, and it's a lot of fun. So thanks to everyone, and I hope to be able to buy more music. I know I ordered some of Jim Bacci music after I watched the Mike Portnoy episode with him. I didn't heard of it, so this is pretty cool. I love this. All right, so
which one? Which stuff?
I put together an order. It was the one that Mike Portnoy said, Fuzz.
Fuzz Bubble. Yeah,
Fuzz Bubble.
Okay, excellent. All right.
So, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Where's Portnoy tonight?
I tried to get him on. He was busy.
He's a busy guy, man.
I know.
No doubt, no doubt. But Lewis, you have a great album, my friend.
He's shooting videos for
Yes,
Facebook
definitely.
with his dog somewhere. Nobody that busy that has that much time to make videos of yourself. He's busy, but he ain't that busy.
Exactly.
Sorry, Mike.
He's not as busy as he wants to be, I think, right now. But you know, I know he's itching to get back out and play.
Oh yeah, yeah.
My difference between me and Mike Portnoy, he's online so much he gets, you know, like the other guy who left, he gets, you know, 50 people here, 50. I'm online so little, I lose 50 people an hour. I put no time online. I started this internet shit with Sabotage back in like 1996. I had the first internet tour diary. I did the first message boards. I had the first website that let people speak to the band. I did it so much for 10 years that now everybody does it. And I'm like, have a nice day. You do it. Because I was so tired of it. It's like, I actually did. I did the first internet tour diary. I had the first message board in all the websites anywhere. So it's like, I just did it so much for so many years that I was watching last year with the pandemic and I'm seeing everybody online every day. And I'm like, because I'm always home a lot of times during the year because I take care of my mom that I got with TSO at a specific period of time. And I'm like, the whole world has become me. I was just watching everybody at home looking to get on. So when Pete contacted me, he's like, you want to go do stuff online? I'm like, no. Why would I want to do that shit?
Yeah, 1996 though.
Sell.
I remember in 1996 waiting 10 minutes for a picture of a naked chick to load.
Line by line.
Yes, we're to the nipples.
I
We're to
knew
the
that
nipples.
chick. I knew that chick. But I've known Pete since I was 15.
Welcome.
Long time. We went to the same school and graduated, both of us. It was weird.
I've
Amazing.
known you about the same time.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm still trying to unscramble the naked channel.
1942, I think that was when we graduated.
Like that. Something like that.
Goshen High School, which, by the way, Goshen did open Legoland this last week. I went to Legoland there. It's pretty cool.
Did it open really?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
went-
my nephew went there as well.
Oh wow.
He was there. He was there last
There's
week.
one in New York now.
Yeah.
Goshen, yeah.
In the town I grew up in.
It's like a mile from my house.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They still have a little bit they have to finish and open up, but a lot of it is, and it's really, really cool. It's a nice place.
I think I know where I'm
Chris,
taking my grandson in a couple weeks. There you go.
What was that, Pete?
I said I think I know where I'm taking my grandson in a couple weeks.
There you go.
It's a cool place. The little Lego New York City and the little Lego Goshen, those mini, I mean, they're not little. I mean, those buildings are pretty tall. They're just little compared to real buildings, but there's some amazing art with those little Lego figures that they have in those mini villages and towns and countries. It's pretty crazy. They did a mini version of Goshen in there. It's really
That's cool.
Wow.
Well, I will be by to drink your full-size bourbon.
There's a lot. My bar is still completely stocked. I made it through this pandemic.
Hey, I gotta go.
It doesn't touch you anymore. You'll get a knock on your door in about a half hour. All right, let's move along here. Jim Bocci, you're up next.
Hi. I guess first off, and I don't know if you guys did this on another show, but I just want to say congratulations to Sea of Tranquility for 60,000 subscribers. Yeah. So, yeah. And how many million views? 8 million
We're
views?
closing in on 20. So yeah.
That's crazy. So congratulations, man. That's awesome. And yeah, thanks for, inviting me in with the super famous YouTubers of rock and roll here. I appreciate it. And, I did pitch a show to Pete at the very beginning. That's how I got on the show. I was like, I have this idea, and he actually took me up on it. So thank you, Pete, for having me on the show. I really enjoy watching you guys because I'm out here in California now, and you guys are all in New York, and it's like, regular people.
So what's the idea for the show? What show?
It was the show I did with Kurt Vanderhoof about the early metal scene and when it was beginning and going to see shows. And that was a show I pitched. And there was supposed to be another Phil from Armored Saint, but he didn't make it because the idea was, we were all in different parts of the country at the beginning of when metal kind of started. And they're like 1980, 81, and we were all going to see shows. And it was that kind of perspective, I thought it would be neat to talk about. And thankfully, Pete said, that's a great idea. Let's do it. So
good show.
Yeah, we didn't get our LA contingent. At first I reached out to
I'll talk to Phil for you.
Yeah, I know he just didn't come on. So
yeah, he was
I also reached out to the guys.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll beat him up for you.
After he steals my vodka.
Bourbon.
Bourbon, whatever. I got it all. I haven't drank any of it.
But yeah, so thanks, Pete, for having me on. I really love the show. I discovered it for myself during the pandemic, and it was a really nice way to pass time, listening to all the talk about rock and all that stuff. With, again, the New York part of it is like, I know these guys, but I don't know them, because out in California, everyone's very different. So it's a very different speaking to people about music. A lot of people here were more into punk rock. The punk rock thing was more kind of bigger here, I guess, than in New York. So I don't have that many people to relate to about metal.
Wow,
So-
wait a minute. You feel that the punk rock thing was bigger in California than New York?
Well, the people that I
CBGBs.
In the
Yeah,
80s.
but they were different. It was different. Out
Different.
here was the Black Flag and the Circle Jerks, and those bands weren't really as big in New York in the beginning. We're talking 1980,
Yeah.
80, 81.
Well, Black Flag came out of DC though. To get out that way.
No, Black Flag was from Torrance, California. Henry was from DC.
He was the only one?
Yeah, Black Flag started
Okay.
1978.
Henry wasn't in the band when they started.
Okay.
Yeah, they had two
I just said so bad.
singers previous to Henry. So yeah, Henry joined and then they became really big. But
okay,
you
one
know,
of,
their
one of those
shows
early
are
Rhino releases, Saturday Night Pogo, which was a compilation album of
Yeah.
LA Punk.
all that. Ron Reyes was the singer, and you know, all those different people were singers. So Henry was their third or fourth singer. So
right.
Hey Jim, you're not alone. I'm in California, Redding.
Are you? Well, who? Which one?
Redding,
There's a lot of
California.
squares.
And
by Mount
I'm looking
Shasta.
too. I'm like, who's
Rand, okay.
There's so many of us.
Where are you in California? I'm in Huntington Beach. So
Redding.
Redding. Okay. Oh, you're up north. Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah.
that makes two of us then. But you know, when I listen to, you know, see a Tranquility shows in the Hudson Valley squares, and you know, I hear people like Chris going off on stuff. It's like, oh, my New York people. There's my New York hostility. You know, I'm a big Chris. I'm a big fan because like when you hate something, it's like you dig in with everything you got about how much you hate it, and it's like that New Yorkism is something I miss. So
Awesome. Well, that's great. Thanks, Jim.
I love the hostility. So it's fun.
You need to come up and go visit Mount Shasta, Jim.
Yeah, I keep meaning to do that. I really do. I go
I'm only
up and down the
65
coast a
miles
lot.
south.
Yeah, I know. I think the furthest north I've been is Fort Bragg. I haven't gone that far up, but you know, I go to Big Sur.
Morning,
a lot.
Eureka.
Yeah, close, but yeah.
But Jim,
Still-
you're in rival Sons country.
Yeah, they're Long Beach. They're about probably 5 miles away from me. So I'm
Exactly.
pretty close to Long
Oh,
Beach.
I
So
didn't know that.
yeah, and I saw them open for Sabbath. What? A couple years ago, and they were great. So I have to still discover them more. But yeah, they're a great band. Yeah, a band after my heart, classic sounding. So yeah, but anyway.
I remember when Sabotage played Long Beach opening for Dio and Megadeth, and Paul O'Neill had hired somebody to watch John Oliva and keep him away from drugs. and O'Neill walks in the tour bus, and the guy's back there doing blow with Oliva. It's like, that didn't work too good.
Drugs are rampant here for sure.
Coyote watching the hen house.
That was Long Beach. I remember that Long Beach memory. O'Neill screaming, catching about 5 feet of air and screaming. He's like, it sounded like the Great Gazoo.
That was probably before I was here. 95 is when I moved here. So I don't know. If that was
Okay.
before or after that.
Yeah, that was 88.
Wait for it, Long Beach. Wait for it.
Everybody make sure watching, check out Jim's two bands, Hitman and Fuzz Bubble. All right.
Yeah,
fine
Cult
bands.
Stars from Mars is the new version of Fuzz Bubble, and sometimes we have Mike Portnoy in there and other people. So yeah, there's a little plug. Hitman.
Oh, I gotta check.
and,
Yeah,
Cult
you
Stars
guys
from
are on Amazon Prime. I gotta check that out.
Yeah. So, but thank you, Pete, for having me, and happy Memorial Day to everybody. I'm really super honored to be part of this group when I am. So thank you.
Thanks, Jim.
Right.
Cheers, brother.
Take care, Jim. Thanks again,
Carl
Jim.
Satterholm, also from
Hey.
sort of the West Coast, right? Or further away.
Yeah, I actually grew up in Long Beach, California. Moved to Utah in 1997, and I've been here ever since. But first concert I ever saw was the Pretenders in California, and then first metal band I ever saw was Iron Maiden, Long Beach Arena.
That's where the Wait for It Long Beach comes from.
Yeah, Scream for Me Long Beach. That was the show that I saw.
You were at that
wow.
Yeah, I was
Slave.
at that show. Yeah,
Nice.
with Twisted Sister as the opening. It's
Wait a
great.
minute. You saw the
Yeah.
Pretenders. What year?
I don't remember the year. I was in the 9th grade.
Was James Honeyman Scott in the band?
Just still in the band? That's what I was going to ask the same question.
I wish I could remember. I don't. Simple Minds was the opening act.
So most likely it probably was after.
It was
it
after,
was-
yeah.
it
We're,
was-
we're, we're thinking about the original Pretenders. with the-
Yeah,
with the four.
it was before Simple. It was right before Simple Minds broke with all that stuff from like the Breakfast Club and stuff.
Yeah, it was okay. It was after. Okay.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
probably after. I was in the 9th grade, I think 8th grade, and I went with my brother to see the Pretenders, and I remember they closed with a Hendrix cover, but I don't even remember which one. I just thought it was cool that they were doing Hendrix. I just don't even remember anything about that show except that I had a good time. But the Maiden one was pretty groundbreaking for me. But
awesome.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I just want to add Happy Memorial Day to everybody too. And I haven't been on the show very often, but Pete and I have done a couple shows on kind of extreme metal and kind of stuff I've been listening to lately, and I definitely want to do that again, but it just depends on how much I've been working and whatever. But I've been writing for the site for seaoftranquility.org. I can't believe this, Pete. I don't know if you'll believe this either, but I've been writing for you since 2011.
Wow.
And,
I figured it was.
Right on.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
it's been a long time, and I still love it. I still look forward when I get those new albums in the email. I'm like, hey, Pete sent me some more music, and I can't wait to get going on it. And
Nice.
and I'll have some new reviews posted here pretty soon. I try to get 1 or 2 a week, but sometimes it's slower than others. Just depends. But I don't have any websites to promote or anything. I'm just a metal guy, and love the music. Have always loved the music, and can't imagine listening to anything else. So
there you go.
Big death metal fan, classic metal, you name it. I'm into
all
it.
metal, all the time.
All metal, all the time. Exactly.
All the damn time.
All the damn time.
And so I definitely want to check out all the bands you guys mentioned. Jim, I was intrigued by Fuzz Bubble. I'll check them out. And Luis, your band, Sonus Umbra. Definitely sorry about the pronunciation. I'll check you guys out.
Yeah.
And
Good band, great album.
Sweet. And just looking forward to lots and lots of new music for a long time to come. So thanks everyone. Thanks, Pete. Pleasure talking to you. Pleasure working with you.
Thanks, Carl. I do want to give a shout out also. So besides Carl, we've got 3 other guys who I was hoping would make the show tonight. Long time writers for Sea of Tranquility. Stephen Reed from the UK, Simon Bray from the UK, and John Newdorf from Canada. I was hoping they would be able to make it tonight, but it's, I know in the UK it's pretty late, so not surprising. So, but hi guys, if you're watching, appreciate having you guys on board.
Let's raise a glass for the guys. Cheers.
Yep, absolutely.
Cheers to everybody that's been involved.
There you go. Scott Berry, you're up.
Yes, sir. Well, thanks for having me, Pete. I hope everybody there has a happy and safe holiday weekend. Even the UK and Canada people who I don't think celebrate this holiday, but all the same, have a good one. Thanks for having me on your shows. It's been a blast. I enjoy watching everybody else do the shows with you. It's been a gateway to me getting into some music I haven't heard before, or in some cases getting back into music I hadn't listened to in a while. It's been a lot of fun. Ryan, my daughter, loves your dog, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Chris, you crack me up every week on Hudson Valley Squares. Just keep on keeping on, everybody.
Oh man, love that Miles behind you, man.
Well, thank you. You see the Coltrane on the other side?
Oh yes, Blue Train.
Blue Train,
yeah. Love it.
Awesome. Thanks, Scott. Jason Morris, fellow New Yorker, what's going on, man?
Hi, everyone. First of all, I want to say, hey, that's really cool that you had you get George Clooney on the show. Doesn't Lewis look like George Clooney from a little far away? Yeah.
Really fucking far away.
That's funny.
When I first saw it, I was like, holy crap, George Clooney's on the show.
Well, he does get celebrities on his channel.
So I want to wish the SOT family happy Memorial Day, and obviously our the UK guys, and I mean I see Martin there, so our Canadian our brethren. I guess I'm an old time watcher now already, Pete. I feel like I'm a newbie, but I've watched your show grow at least probably twice as much as when I started. and congratulations for what you've developed. It's been just you sitting there, and then now you've got, I mean, you got content. You're way ahead of anything that I can't keep up with you. I mean, Chris and I were talking about that earlier. It's like, dude, I can't even get I always wanted to do something. I can't get one thing going, and you got something going 3-4 times a day, and I can't even watch enough of your stuff, right, Chris?
Oh, it's crazy. It's nuts. I don't know how he does it.
He's got 10 clones, absolutely 100%. No question.
It's that whole 48-hour day, guys. You know, it's like I've discovered it. So.
There's 2 of them, Pete and repeat.
So you guys, for those of you guys who don't know me, I'm a athlete / metal guy. Rock and roll has been a big part of my existence during my my travels as a judo athlete, and it's a huge part of my existence. I don't play any instruments, but I'm very into this, and this show has probably 25% of my collection now, Pete, is from your show, and I had a lot of crap before. The show is very entertaining, but at the core of it, like you said, is the new music thing, and I'm a big proponent on. I mean, most of the music I listen to is the latest stuff that I have, right? The thing that's newest in my iPod, I play that over and over and over again. So whether it's I heard someone mention Ravel Sons, you turned me on to that City Boy band, and there's just so many others. There's so many others. I mean, off the cuff, I can't, but I got a ton of that stuff, and I'm guilty of having Spotify.
Listen, I'm happy already. You just mentioned Ravel Sons and City Boy. My job is done.
Mike Slammer.
Don't even get me started on Mike Slammer.
I'm glad Butch chimed in, because Butch and Rich, who chimed off, are right up my alley of music taste. I don't know everybody. Oh, and by the way, I wanted to say, Chris Allo, I love Never Say Die. It's a great album.
Love it.
Once you get it.
Great album.
That's funny.
So
It's not that bad.
Thank you very much for having me and including me in your show. It's just a ton of fun. Wishes for many more years of your program.
That's right.
Right on, brother.
Thanks, Stacy. All right, I think we've got through everybody, so I'm going to say final moments here, and then I'm going to ask Mr. Chris Caffrey.
Wait a minute.
Did
we forget?
You forgot somebody.
Who did I forget?
Did George go?
Oh boy.
Yeah. No, George went.
Mr. Caffrey.
George went.
I'm saving him for last.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I interrupted everybody for the last 45 minutes.
Edit.
Right.
I'm sorry.
I was in my typical form. I don't follow any rules.
I knew that going in when I invited him on this.
I'm sorry.
Should have known, Butch.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the rules, but they never happen.
Yeah.
I think out loud, and I can't. I forget to hit the
Take
thing
two.
that shuts off the microphone. Mute. I can hit the mute, but I just can't see without my glasses on.
There you go. So first and foremost, I want to thank all the viewers who have really made this happen. I couldn't do it without the viewers, without this cast right here, and the other ones who couldn't make it tonight. I couldn't do it without all the great musicians and rock stars who have appeared on the channel and got a lot of attention to what we do here. I will tell everybody who's watching and everybody's listening, this is a lot of work. Putting this group together in its various configurations and scheduling all that can be a nightmare at times. Thank you, everybody. But it's worth it, because I think in the end, it's kind of like, that's kind of my job as the producer and kind of host of the whole thing. Scheduling and, putting together programming that people want to watch is what it's all about. And thankfully, all of you continue to watch at home. We got a ton of people coming onto the channel every month, more and more each month, and that's great to see. Honestly, if you would have asked me 7 years ago if we'd be here today doing this and talking about this, I would have said no. So what started out as kind of like, all right, I'm going to start up a video channel as a compliment to the website. Now it's like this has taken on a life of its own. So it's really great. But working with everybody you see on the Zoom has been absolutely amazing. Everybody brings something different to the table. And I want to tip my hat to everybody here on the Zoom call, because you guys are amazing and I couldn't do it without you.
Cheers.
So, cheers. Team. SOT.
So before we turn it over to Chris Caffrey to say one or two quick things, visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube.
All the damn time.
So make sure, Monday nights, Hudson Valley Square. Tuesday night in the Prog seat. Wednesday is What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility, new album reviews days. Thursday is the Monsters Den. Friday is Friday at the Funhouse with Martin Popoff and myself. We're going to start doing regular daily programming for the Ranking the Album shows and top 10 songs, all that kind of stuff. We're going to get their own separate days. So that's all coming up on the channel. So again, I want to thank everybody. Chris, you got any news? What's going on in your world before we
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things going on in my world actually, and it's good because some of it actually includes Mr. John Oliva, which a lot of people have been asking about. We're currently writing and trading music, and I think I've spent more time getting ideas to and from John Oliva than I have since 1999. So, I mean, we haven't put out a Sabotage record in 20 years. So we're working on it. And hopefully if everything lines up, that will be something that's going out. The Spirits of Fire second record is almost done. I've been listening to the vocals on it. It's kind of funny because when we, and now I guess I could talk about it because obviously Ripper let people know that he wasn't doing this record, which the second record, that was his decision not to do. It didn't have anything to do with anybody but him. I guess him and Frontiers kind of butted heads on what they wanted to do the record. And, I haven't even heard from Ripper since he decided not to do the record, which I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that at that time, I think KK's Priest was going to be doing shows in 2020 like everybody else thought they were. So, when 2020 died and the world died, KK's Priest didn't play, but I still never heard from Ripper on it, but I did see him put out on the internet that said he was basically sing, anybody's demo tape live. But I was like, well, I'd imagine it probably would have done the second Spirits of Fire. The news about the pandemic happened before his conversation with Frontiers. But the being done, I'm not announcing who the vocalist is yet because I guess Frontiers is supposed to be doing that. And we're talking about November and December being what it used to be. So everybody keep their fingers crossed if things keep going. I mean, we'll know by middle end of summer like we always do if we're going to be announcing the tour. Last year we didn't really say anything. I think it was until September, but I'm just trying to stay positive on the whole thing because last year I came out. I think I was one of the first people in March that there's no way in hell we're going to in November, December. And everybody said, yes, we will. This will be gone by election day. I'm like, bullshit. This ain't going anywhere right now. Nope. I think we may actually be able to turn around and get things going. I think that, what we're dealing with. And I know for myself, and I think I speak for the rest of the world on this, nobody to shut anything down again. So I'm pretty sure after watching the Knicks play Madison Square Garden last night with that crowd of people, I'm keeping a good feeling in my gut about getting out there and seeing people.
Owners had 9,000.
Yeah, it was pretty fun to watch that, and I think the basketball teams and even the everybody who spoke after the game were like the sports people were the commentators. They were excited speaking about that, just back again. So as we go into a very different Memorial Day weekend, I think that we got a lot to look forward to. Even putting my next solo record on a little bit of hold right now because I write music like I wrote for the Spirits of Fire record or all the music that I'm starting to work on stuff with John. It's like if I write everything together is me, and everything starts to sound exactly the same because my 4 chords start to get used a real lot. So it's like I'd rather wait till I see exactly what's going on with everything before I do my next solo record. I might do some different stuff on that one, but and actually even for the first time do more instrumental stuff, which I never really did as in my solo record. But we'll see what happens with the Sabotage thing. It was the first time I actually was able to speak about anything, and that's because Oliva managed to find his way onto Facebook, which was really funny because John Oliva has no idea how to use the internet because he never did. So he started his own internet page And everybody was convinced it was a fake because Oliva doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And it was so bad, like his responses and what he did and the way he was doing it just looked like it was a fake page. And everybody's going, is this page fake? And I'm like, no, it's Oliva doesn't know what the hell he's doing. It was John Oliva online, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's been a real long time, and I know there's a lot of fans from all over the world. I mean, if you look at it this way, somebody who's 20 years old now was not even, a sperm when we put out the last Sabotage record. So there's a lot of young metal fans that would love to see that band, and we have the lineup still around with Zach and John and me and Al and Johnny and Jeff. So hopefully we could get that Dead Winter Dead lineup back out there and get something going. But I'll leave it at that. For years I was always hesitating to say anything about it because John wasn't speaking about it, nobody else was. But we'll see what happens. It's the thing is at least something I'm working on. It's really exciting. I got the metal pick out, and I'm sending Oliva tracks, and he's sending me back things, and we're working on different things, beginnings and endings and solo sections and this and that. It's just something that's really exciting to me. I miss that band, and that part of my life. I love TSO, and I love what my life, was with or is with TSO, but I just really miss that part of Sabotage in my life too, because that was around, since I was 18 years old. So it was a real long time. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Oliva's health. Is he okay?
Oliva?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's good. I mean, he had a couple years ago, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, he had I think it was a small, what they call it, some kind of a small stroke or something, but he's doing good. Awesome. I mean, John Oliva is, somebody was talking about the Energizer Rabbit before. John Oliva is kind of the Energizer Rabbit of metal. He's around, he's working, he's still, I don't see or hear anything different in him. He's still John, he's just a classic person. He's a great guy. He's my big brother, so I've had a lot of losses in members of bands. I mean, I think there's been 9 different singers that I've worked with that have died. It's one of these things. There's just been a tremendous amount of band members and bass players and drummers and producers and all these other things. And, it never becomes something that you can get used to. But I think, me personally, I don't even know how I would be able to handle if anything happened to John. So I always pray that he's always there, because I want to keep doing what I'm doing, and I always want there to be a John Oliva around. So we'll see what happens with that, and in the meantime, I'm really looking forward to you guys listening to the new Spirits of Fire record. It's a fun one. I wrote some really cool music for this one. I was listening to some tracks today for the first time that had DiGiorgio's finished bass on it, and his bass is really cool on this record. Steve really put some awesome, like, musical bass on this, on top of the metal stuff that I wrote. And it's his stuff with Zonder. I think the rhythm section stuff on this record you guys are really gonna love.
You have Mark Zonder on drums?
Yeah, it's Zonder and DiGiorgio and yeah, so it's really cool. And the bass sound that he has on this record I think I told the producer today, I thought that the bass sound, it sounds like he looks, like big and like DiGiorgio's a huge dude. So he's got a really big, cool sound and bass sound in this, but it's real present and it's just awesome. I think you guys will really enjoy the music on this record, because I think it accents Zonder a little more than I think Zonder's playing in his spot more, because some people listen to the last Spirits of Fire record were like, it doesn't really make Zonder. They missed the Zonder they loved, and I think they're going to get more of that on this record. And I think Steve really marries him, and my rhythms, we're just got a really powerful rhythm section going on in the music of this record. So I think you guys will like listening to it. But other than that, I mean, I'll say happy. I always feel weird saying Happy Memorial Day, because I don't know exactly how you celebrate memorials, but I mean, it's a good weekend to appreciate, that a lot of people, did lose their lives to get us into the situations we're in, whichever one it is. And, in this last year, a lot of people did lose their lives, just trying to get us out of this mess. And, hopefully this mess is coming to an end. And I know everybody feels like I do about it. you know, I'm happy to wander out there and see people smiling and not really talking about it that much. And I think everybody's ready to move on to the next level. And I think it'll be something for all our history books, what we went through in 2020 and half of 2021. I mean, we always heard it could happen, and it did. And hopefully that'll be the last time for the next 100 years that we won't have to go through that again. Because I personally am I'm ready to get back out to doing just what we did, which was, you know, living life without really thinking about it. Because, you know, you just had to put extra thoughts into things that you didn't have to before. And we had, you know, we always lost friends and family members and to different parts of life, and it was just adding that and creating tension. And I think everybody, I'm really proud of the way, you know, even though we had our moments here and there in the world where people butted heads in this mess, I'm pretty proud of the way that the people got through this without really kind of massacring each other. You know, we rose to it, you know, regardless of what people want to believe about what happened. We rose to the top on this, and humans, I think we made it. We're making it out of, at least in a lot of spots. Some spots are still fighting it, but you know, I know that Canada's done well, and we're doing pretty good, and England's doing much better, and we're just getting out of there. Hopefully they can clean up things in India. I got a lot of friends over there that are having a lot of problems right now, and I think that should just stay as a thing where everybody should feel really lucky that we cleaned this up and got people, you know, vaccinated and took these levels down, because those variants that they have there in India are killing a lot of people. And we got, I think our timing worked out really well with us in the United States getting to be at where we're at right now. It could have been where India is all over again. And I'm like I said, I'm proud of us as a country. We're not perfect. We fight each other and we butt heads online and this and that. But I think all in all, I think considering what it was that we went up against, we didn't do too bad in 2020,
Yeah,
2021.
That's right. That's right.
And I want to thank Pete, like I said, I've known you forever. So it's really cool for me, because I just always know you as Pete. I don't, it's like, I know what you do and I know who does it with you. And I always read, you know, and I appreciate when you guys do your reviews and interviews and things when I do records, but he's one of those people like Butch that I don't know any different than the guys that I hung out with as a kid. So it's a lot different, but you know, a lot of you here I've known for a long time, and it's great to see everybody. And let's just get back to life and have some fun. It's
right. Amen, man.
We earned it. We earned it.
Once again, happy Memorial Day, everybody.
Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day.
This awesome edition. This is like the Hudson Valley Squares meets in the Prog seat, which meets everything else we do on this channel. For Carl Sederholm, Scott Berry, Chris Caffrey, Ryan Scow, Bryce Talks Metal, Jack Toledano, Martin Popoff, Chuck Alvarez, Rick Labonte, Rand Kelly, Butch Jones, Jamie Lazo, George Lemay, Dan Brown, Craig Cyber, Chris Allo, Jason Morris, Louis Nasser, Jim Bocci. I am Pete Pardo. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, gents.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
Take care.